Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm going to try, second try, making lollipops. Now what you're going to need is a scale because they say if you use measurements and not the scale, it doesn't quite come out right. You're going to need you're going to need a pastry brush and a small bowl of cold water. You're going to need one of these. You're going to need your flavoring. Lori Ann makes natural ones, which are delicious. And you're going to need the sticks, little sticks. These little sticks come with lollipop molds, and this is what you need. You could get 2 of these. You're also going to need corn syrup, sugar, cold water, and a spray. Now this one I got has no preservatives, and everything in it is natural, so this is the one I'm using. Be careful because if they have preservatives, understand that it is going to damage your body somewhat. Now the first thing you're going to need is to put some paper towels down because we are going to spray these and turn them upside down onto the paper towels to drain the excess oil off of it, which you have to do. So when you put the lollipops in there, they're not that oily. And by the way, you only get 2 molds, and I got these off Amazon. I wasn't looking for expensive molds because I'm just learning to make candy, and I'm not going to waste that kind of money. So if you haven't made candy, I'd strongly recommend don't get the most expensive thing until you get more equipped with it. Because as you make candy and confections, you're going to find out you have to learn to tempering chocolates and stuff like that. The weather will affect it, which I learned the hard way. And you're going to need a candy thermometer. Okay. Let's get this going. We need 7 ounces of granulated sugar. This is why you need a scale. Now the sugar you're going to put into your saucepan. You're going to need 4 ounces of cold water. The saran wrap, because you're going to have to, after the candy cools down, you're going to have to wrap it in saran wrap so it lasts. 1, 2, 3, 4 ounces. And you need 11 ounces of light corn syrups. It's 4 ounces of water. Pour it in the saucepan with the sugar. I actually bought 3 of these because I'm learning how to make candy. I assume I'm going to go through a lot of that till I get it down. Sometimes it's like that. Now, when you make this, when they say 300, they're going to say 300 degrees, you're going to heat this up to. Do not go 1 point above it because it will start to burn. I learned that on the first batch. It went 1 point over 300 and it started burning. And I couldn't get the burned flavor out of the candy, so they all got thrown out. So I'm warning you ahead of time for my mistakes. Like I told you, I'm not ashamed to admit that I made them. I'm not perfect, you know. You're also going to need a mat to be able to put the pot on when it hits 300. And it's going to be boiling. So I'm warning you ahead of time. Put this in with the sugar and the water. Are already getting tacky. Haven't touched anything except the bottles. All right, now I'm going to bring you over so you can see how we're going to do this. But please remember, I will be moving you back before it hits 300, because when it hits 300, I've got to get it out and I've got to start working quickly. I'm just trying to get the tackiness off my hands so my fingers don't stick together. Okay, so you know that we're going to be moving quickly and that. Now I'm going to tilt you down. Now with this, they want a medium-high heat. Oh, wrong burner. Now they want you to stir this until the sugar is dissolved. So you're going to have to stir this, because if you don't stir it in that crystal, it crystallizes. Your lollipops are going to have crystal on them. At least I got gummy bears down. Now they're slowly working me into making candy, because I don't have my grandmother standing next to me. So I say, all right, girl, this is what you're going to do next. Now, if you want to know how are you going to clean the candy up from the pots, candy melts in the mouth, so all you have to do is have it in hot water and it will come off. You will feel the crystals on the bottom with the sugar. When it's all gone, you got it. That's what I can still feel on the bottom, so I'm still stirring. Okay. And I'm making blueberry lollipops. I messed up on the, which one was it? The cherry. That was the one I messed up on. Now, when this comes to a boil, you can see the sugar and stuff crystallized around the fluid. You're going to have to brush all that off the side because that will affect it and cause your lollipops to be grainy. That's why you need a pastry brush and some cold water once it comes to a boil. And then after we do that, then we will put the candy thermometer in and bring it up to 300. And keep an eye on it. You walk away, you're going to make a mistake. You notice I'm keeping my glasses on at this time because to read the candy thermometer. You see how it's coming to a boil? You wet your brush and you go around the edges there. Just making sure that I've done it. Okay. Now you're going to set your candy thermometer in and bring it up to 300 exactly. And when I say 300, I am not kidding. You're not going to touch it. We're just going to let it go up to 300. Now I am going to put you back there because I'm not touching this. Just leave it alone and let it go up to 300 and take it off. Then I will be back. So let me push you back so you can see actually what will be done when we get to that point. Because there's no reason for you to watch it. Just watch the thermometer go up to 300. But just remember that's the point you have to hit, not above that. Okay, it's almost up to 300, so I'm turning you on because you're going to actually see what I'm going to do. I'm taking off very shortly. Okay, it's 300. Take it off. Now what you're going to do is let that calm down. It's got to quit boiling, and that's what we're waiting for. That's why I wanted you back there so you could see what I'm doing. I'm bringing the molds over so you'll be able to see. Now they recommend flavoring, they said, differs in strength from each one, so you're going to have to adjust this. This is the difficult part. Anywhere from 1 teaspoon to actually 2, between 1 and 2. Now see, if you put this in while it's boiling, you're going to lose this flavor, and I'm using blueberry. So you have to wait for it to quit doing that and to settle so you can sit there and put it in and not lose it. what? I'm just going to pour it all in. Now we're going to have to spoon this. I might not have the color down, but at this point, now we're going to get the lollipop sticks in a minute. It might not be blue, but I'll get the blueberry flavor down. I don't want to deal with the colors right now until I learn better at this. You have to have great respect after you see how lollipops and candy are made. Why? They charge you so much for so little. Okay, I think I got enough of that. Let me get these other 12 or other 6 in. So you can see why you have to work quickly. It's very important. trick is learning how to fill these things up properly. I actually have to look. Okay, I think I filled them up. I've got a little left in the pot, which is a spoonful, which I'll just pour in my compost. Let it go out into the yard. That is how you make lollipops. Now we have to wait till these things completely cool. You also had to make sure that the stick was covered in the candy. So that's how we do it. And once they cool, I'll show you how we wrap them. But right now I've got to leave them alone and let them do what they do naturally. Cool. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it worked. Tastes like blueberries. Now, when I added the flavoring, that's when you add the coloring, if you wish to add coloring to it. I didn't want to until I got this down, because like I said, I already burnt the first one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we wrap these now. I'm going to have to wrap them, and I'll show you how to get them out of the mold as well, to where you don't damage them. Cut this round, then cut it in half again. They recommend not wax paper, they recommend saran wrap. Now, where can I put you? When you get these out, go from the back. Do not pull it from this. Let me see, I'll do it at this end. Do not pull it by the stick, you'll mess it up. Go from the back, pop it out. Now I'll show you how you wrap them. Got the 4 square here. Lay it over, fold it, twist it. That's all you have to do. Now, you saw that I had between the, oh, hold on a minute. Okay, let me turn you, move this a bit. Now, when I did the mold, you saw that I had overspilt trying to get it from one to the other, right? Once it dries, I broke it up, and if it was stuck to this, to the lollipop itself, once the lollipop got hard, I took the kitchen shears and I snipped it around the edge. They're not perfect like you get in the store, but I don't have a big machine doing it. I'm doing all of this by hand. And anyway, as I finish up my lollipop, this is how you make lollipops. And remember, do not go over 300 degrees. If you do, you burn them. And do not add the oil till you saw how it settled. And then you have to move quickly, because as it cools, it's going to start getting hard. So take care and enjoy your day.